Hello everybody and welcome back. Today, we're going to earn some extra credit. Hey dude, we can't hear you. Oh, sorry man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about the Extra Credit Boost by Summer School Electronics. Summer School Electronics is a pedal company that's based out of Syracuse, New York. It was founded by a guy named Mark Turley, who is a school teacher by day and a pedal builder by night. They've managed to grab the attention of people like Josh Scott over at JHS, and Rhett Scholl recently talked about them on his podcast. And the reason I believe that they're turning so many heads is because they're innovative, but not innovative just for the sake of being innovative, but they're creating pedals that are made by gigging musicians for gigging musicians. And it feels like every pedal that they've made so far has something that you probably didn't even know you were missing. So Mark was releasing a new booster pedal and was kind enough to reach out and ask if I wanted to review one on my channel, and I'm very grateful that he did. He sent me the pedal, and I gotta tell you, I've played through boost pedals before. I even made a video on it a few weeks ago. This, of course, has something that I was missing. So let's dive into it. First things first, here's the overview. Simple stomp box. Love their designs. I love the little throwback here with the S that we all drew in our notebooks. There's also always little Easter eggs that, y'all can look into later. One of them, for instance, is this little book on here that says a brief history of boost pedals. Their first boost pedal was called the Bootster Booster, and it had a cowboy boot on it, and it was really funny. And so they always have all of these little Easter eggs that are really fun to watch out for. It's a very simple configuration. When the pedal is on and the toggle is to the left on the boost side, this volume knob is the only thing that affects your sound, and it works as a typical clean boost. It is an op-amp style boost, which basically means that it just gives you a nice clean lift to your sound. However, once we flip over to this right side, we get boost and brightness. It essentially takes out a little bit of the low end and puts forward a little bit more high end so that it cuts through better. This is what I'm talking about when I say that they create pedals for musicians and they do things that you probably didn't even know that you need. So let's go ahead and give it a listen real quick. Here is my clean sound. Now, in isolation, that might seem like a pretty subtle difference, but I can guarantee you in a live band setting where you're dealing with bass and drums and keys and maybe another guitar and crowd noise, that brightness setting, that extra bit of frequency boost that you get from the right side is the difference between being heard and being understood. In addition to that, if what you're looking for is just a little bit of boost, it does that quite well as well. Now, as you may have noticed in the intro jam, all of the single note work was done using this pedal. And what I found was that for someone like me who may use P90s or humbuckers more than anything else, that little extra bit of brightness really brought out the best parts of my tone. For me, I found that my favorite setting on it was on the brightness side to crank that volume a little bit more and then pull back that brightness. Now let's explore this brightness knob a little bit more. Even with the knob turned all the way down, it sounds a little bit different. You can hear how it takes out a little bit of low end from just your normal boost sound. Versus let's give it a listen again. One thing I will recommend is that if you're going to use this, it's best to use it on an amp that's kind of at that clean to edge of breakup sound. Pushing it into an already pushed amp will probably just kind of muddy it up more than it will help and pierce more than you want it if you switch it over to that brightness side. I also should say that when I filmed that little intro jam, I found that I liked it better after my pedals but before my amp. I felt like it pushed the amp a little bit more, but putting it in front of my pedals was a bit too much of a push and too much gain for my taste. In summary, why buy? Well, in my opinion, it's all about the versatility that you get from this pedal. You essentially get two types of boost pedals for the price of one. I think he's selling them for around $150 if I remember correctly, and the EP booster is $130. And it's just the one dial. With the toggle switch and the brightness dial, what you're getting is essentially just a clean boost pedal that you can use as a boost or even just a preamp. Or you're getting probably something pretty close to a treble booster, which can cut through heavy mixes and can provide you with some tones that you might not get out of another boost pedal. On top of that, it looks cool. Lastly, like I said before, it's built by musicians for musicians, and it's built to withstand the rigors of gigging and touring and all that sort of stuff. In short, it does what it's supposed to do. It's a boost pedal that you can rely on. What do you guys think though? Did you like the bright switch? What do you want out of your boost pedals? Let me know in the comments down below. A huge thank you to Mark and his crew over at Summer School Electronics. They're doing really awesome things and still finding time to do day jobs and things like that. I mean, it's not easy, and I really appreciate them reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity to review this and share it with you guys. Once again, my name is Mac Wright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and of course, go make someone else's day better. We'll see you around.